Well, with the roof shut, the conditions will be comfortable here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. It's the home opener of this new season between the Kansas City Royals and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's going to be fun marveling at two of the best in the game, and it's next on MLB Network. At the plate, Jose Ramirez. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
For Kansas City, second baseman, number 11.
Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Batting second.
Here's Gerard Dyson.
Fielder, number 1, Gerard Dyson.
And a bouncing ball, foul. And Harold, as we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight, they come in feeling good as they're 2-0 to start the new year.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, and I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
Soft liner towards short, and an easy play out there as this is taken for the second out.
Batting third.
So striding in, Joey Votto. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Squared that one up just a little late. A 1 pitch on its way. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Here's Scherzer now 1-1. Down the first baseline. Fielded cleanly, and he is out on the tag. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a slider on the inside for strike 1.
That's what makes this guy so great. A pitch right on the corner. Most people cannot do that. Seems like he does it anytime he sits back there and says, here's where I want to put it, and he puts it there.
Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Dyson moves over near the line as he puts it away for the first out of the inning.
Batting second.
Digging in the switch hitter, Cesar Hernandez. As the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. The windup and the 0-1. And the changeup just missed the inside corner. Greinke ready now, the 1-1. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
This guy's got a tremendous curveball. He just froze the hitter right there. Did you see that?
Dribbled to the right side. That's a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Off-speed pitch, and there is strike 3 called. And boy, that zone just got a bit larger. 2 away.
Left fielder, Michael Conforto.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Chasing after it is Dyson. And the inning is over. In now is Lorenzo Cain. And he'll lead things off against Max Scherzer.
Center fielder number 6, Lorenzo
First
Cain.
pitch of the at-bat. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Granderson is under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Odubel
into the windup and the pitch. Now a flare out to left center. Conforto moving in, but he won't get there. It falls in. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away.
Longoria.
Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at. Here it comes, 1-0. Hit on the ground to third. And this is going to be a base hit for Longoria. Coming to the plate now, Aaron Hicks. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch is a curveball that's inside, 1-0.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take. Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got two guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side. Here's Nolan Arenado. He'll lead it off against Zach Greinke to open up the inning.
Third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up on the backhand. And a rather easy first out. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw.
Travis Shaw.
Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Into the box now, number 7. And he's ready to take his first cuts.
Number 7.
Started that swing a bit too early.
I love that pitch right there. You know he's geared up right there in this big situation. They looked for a ball and just let it fly, and he pulled the string on him, just spun him into the ground.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. In is Curtis Granderson.
Batting 7th, right fielder.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Granderson.
Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. Bottom of the second here with no score. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. The second for 1. On to Votto, a double play, and that ends the inning. Now at the plate, Carlos Beltran. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third.
Designated hitter.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Nope.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Arenado ranging into the outfield. 1 out.
Batting 9th.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina.
4. Yadier Molina.
Into the windup and the pitch. Hit slowly back to the mound. On to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now. 2 away. Ready for another chance. Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. This is line to left. Conforto is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is. So digging in now, Troy Tulowitzki. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike 1.
He may have to get his eyes checked on that one, because if he's looking for a fastball, man, he had no chance of catching up to that. He's got to check his eyes. He's really late.
Throw on to first by Longoria is right there for the first out. Here now is Mike Zunino.
Patrick. Mike.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. Striding in once again, Billy Hamilton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Hamilton.
This is pulled into right. Hicks back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And he's safe. Digging in to try it again. Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. Digging in now, Gerard Dyson. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Left fielder, Gerard Dyson.
Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Hernandez is up with it. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. In is Joey Votto now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lined into left field, a base hit. Digging in for his second at bat, Lorenzo Cain. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff. I like the pitch right there. Got him to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. High in the air out towards shallow right. Granderson is under it. 2 down. Now he'll throw back to first, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Odubel Herrera. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ball game. To short, hit hard. Up with it now is Tulowitzki. The tag, and he is out. Stepping up to the plate, Michael Conforto. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Michael Conforto.
Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Slider stayed too low, ball 2.
Wow, not a great spot to be in right now. 2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for.
A rare 3-0 curveball drops in, 3-1. Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2.
Matt, I thought he might be in jeopardy of walking the guy here for the first time in this game. Went down 3-0, but he's come all the way back 3-2 now, and I think he'll just make the guy put it in play or put one on the corner. He's going that good.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Michael Conforto is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Nolan Arenado will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. High ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
He blew that fastball right by him, probably because he set him up with the off-speed stuff before.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Greinke is there for it, and that's the second out of the inning. Now to the plate, Travis Shaw. He reached on a single in his first try. Greinke steps into his windup. Here's the first pitch. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Wow, what makes it so tough to be a hitter is to be able to hit and change his speeds, right? You're geared up for the fastball, and all of a sudden he pulls the string and throws you the straight change. the dreaded equalizer.
2 out, nobody on. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dyson's there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Striding in, Evan Longoria. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Number 3.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
That's a ball.
Ball 1.
Man, he wanted that pitch, and I can't blame him. When you're facing a good hitter like this, you want that strike. You need that strike. It's 0-2 instead of 1-1.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. And Longoria swings and misses. A good pitch there, and he's down on strikes for the first out. Stepping in, Aaron Hicks. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
Here we are in the middle innings, Matt, and he's over 80% first pitch strikes on hitters. You wonder why he's dominating right now. That's a great ratio, getting ahead and getting them out.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
You know, I think that off-speed pitch fooled him a little bit, but not enough. He was able to hold back.
Called strike, and that'll run it full. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Lifted in the air out to left. Conforto waits on it. 2 gone. Here's Carlos Beltran. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Beltran.
And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Well, that's 2 quick outs, and he's got a low pitch count. Really being aggressive in the zone has forced him to swing the bats. He's economically low in that pitch count. He's got a chance to go deep in the game.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Digging in, number 7. A base hit in his
Leading
first
off for the
trip.
Brewers, first baseman, number 7.
Liner towards second. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So the Brewers get their leadoff man aboard to start out the frame. It is Curtis
The right
Granderson.
fielder, number
0
3.
for 1 for him here in this one.
Granderson.
Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes.
1-0.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
He's really been good this game. Around the plate, throwing strikes, hasn't walked anybody. Right now he finds himself a little bit of a hole, but he can battle back.
Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. A take there by Granderson as that pitch misses. It's ball 4. Ready now, Troy Tulowitzki. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now a bunt attempt here, but this is foul for the first strike. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. 1 there on to Votto, and they get the double play. Now at the plate, Mike Zunino. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. This one's flared toward left center. Pereira onto the grass. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Ready for another chance? Yadier Molina. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Number 4.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Digging in once again, Jose Ramirez. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike one, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
1 ball.
Too high. 1 and 2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here. Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last two were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Conforto has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. Here's Gerard Dyson. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2. Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
And he'll just make him throw one over here, 3 and 1. Late swing and a ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
He's running towards second. Pitch, strike 3 called. The throw. In is Joey Votto now. A hit in 2 tries so far. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. For Molina, that's stolen base number 1 on the young season. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, man. Ready for another.
Number 6, Lorenzo Cain.
A throw behind the runner at second, but he is in there as they can't get him at second. Now a spin and another throw back to second, but he is in there as they can't get him at second. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
Well, the Royals have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Here comes the 1-0. Skied into straightaway right. Granderson is under it. And the inning is over. Digging in to try it again. Billy Hamilton. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Billy Hamilton.
Line drive to center field. Cain is right there, 1 down. Striding in once again, Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
The left fielder, number 30.
Striding in, Michael Conforto. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about with the first baseman holding the runner on. It's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
Throw won't get him. Here's Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. And he tries to get to the backhand, but it gets on by. In to score, the runner from third. And a relay home. A tag, and they get him at the plate as one run scores, but not the second. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Not close. It's 2-0. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Outside. 3-0 now.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they did.
Number 7.
Tony Watson is out from the bullpen now as he'll.
City, number 44. Tony
Mark Trumbo. We'll see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with. The Royals get some action in the bullpen going now as the left-hander starts to throw. And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Curtis Granderson. Rajay Davis will be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. And he looks at a slider in there. 1-1. 1 run, 8 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 3-0 game. Here's Troy Tulowitzki now.
The shortstop, number 2.
Bruce Rondon trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Kansas City.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
And pretty nonchalant that time by Molina as that pitch gets away. And he is safe at the plate. It's now a 4-0 game. And he will score from third. A daring move as he scores on what ought to be called a wild pitch. Is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. 4 runs here in this half inning. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1. And now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Leading off for Kansas City, shortstop, Odubel Herrera.
Hit to short. There to field it is Tulowitzki. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The third baseman, number 3.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. That's inside. 2-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Davis is there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The right fielder,
coming to the plate
31.
now, Aaron Hicks. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. And now a pitch on the way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. The throw into second. And he is into second with a 2-out double. Here's Carlos Beltran. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Carlos Beltran.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. For Hicks, he's at second with his first 2-bagger of the year. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Here now is Mike Zunino. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Boy, not the way he wanted to start out here. It's 0-1.
Well, he was clearly looking for a fastball right there, and that slider got right to him and went whoop, slid to the side. And as a result, he got an ugly swing and miss.
And he set down 1 away. Striding into the box, Billy Hamilton. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. In there, a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double. Digging in, Cesar.
Second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Here comes the first pitch. And this one's in the dirt. The throw will go to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Ready with the 1-0. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Dyson's there. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly, so it's now a 5-0 game.
The left fielder,
ready once again.
Michael Conforto. Your attention, please.
So they'll go to the bull.
Now pitching for the Royals, number 38.
Steve Pierce will get a shot here as a pinch hit. Action in that KC pen now as a right-hander's begun to loosen up. High pop-up. Ramirez is there, and the side is retired. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
The catcher, number 4. Yadier
Sends that
Molina.
one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
So he got him swinging. Yadier Molina goes quietly to lead off the 8th. Jose Ramirez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2, so that was a good job to hold up right there.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 1, Gerard Dyson.
Flipped out the other way toward short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Standing in, Nolan Arenado. He'll see what he can do leading off the home eight. This is line to left, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. 2 hits and 3 out. Justin Smoke will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. There's 1. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play. Here's Mark Trumbo now. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. And this is fouled straight back. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. And this will get to the wall now out near the Milwaukee bullpen. And he's in there safely. He's got a double. Here's Rajay Davis now.
Right fielder, Rajay Davis.
Jerry Familia will come on in relief.
For the Royals, number 27, Jerry Familia.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. For Trumbo, he picks up double number 2 on the year. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is. In is Joey Votto. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this. Garcia comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Action in that Milwaukee bullpen now as a left-hander started to throw out there. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Davis racing back, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he'll begin this 9th inning with a double. Stepping into the box, Lorenzo Cain. Who could really use him. Koji Uehara is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there. That cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate. He's set, and the 3-0 offering. Hot shot down the line. Foul. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Can't keep that one fair either, and now the count is full. A runner at second, nobody out. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop.
Odubel Herrera checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Ground ball left side. Throw on to first is going to take care of him as the Royals are now down to their last chance now. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And that misses 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he gets a piece here as this ball's fouled away. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And no one will get this one. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. 1 strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And another foul ball. In the air now, out to right field. Davis is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over. And fellas, the outing turned in by the man you see there certainly can't go unrecognized. Max Scherzer, put that on a bubblegum card. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he ended up handing things off to his bullpen buddies in the 9th, but still 8 strong innings from him. Really showed a lot in this one.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Brewers: 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For Kansas City, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. The winning pitcher is Max Scherzer. His record is now 1-0. A loss goes to Zach Greinke. He falls to 0-1. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Miller Park, 42,200. The Brewers thank you for attending tonight's ball game and remind you to please drive home safely.